Hello everyone. I am Mr.Dishwasher. In the previous episode, we discussed Luffy's triumph over Crocodile. The Straw Hat crew continued their journey despite Vivi's tears. During their voyage, they unexpectedly encountered Nico Robin, who expressed her desire to join the crew. Luffy readily welcomed her aboard. As it turned out, Robin had saved Luffy's life on 2 occasions before, and she also provided the antidote that cured him from Crocodile's poison. Robin's dream is to collect historical poneglyphs scattered across the world and uncover the truth of history. Thus, she became the Straw Hat crew's 7th member, the archaeologist Robin. Interestingly, Robin had been wanted by the world government since she was 8 years old, with a bounty of 79 million berries, making her the crew's 2nd highest bounty. Continuing their journey, Luffy and his crew encountered a series of phenomena that hinted at the existence of Skypiea. They decided to head to Jaya to learn more about Skypiea. Meanwhile, Buggy searched for Captain John's treasure and encountered Ace, who was looking for Blackbeard. In Jaya, Luffy clashed with Bellamy, who had a bounty of 55 million berries, mocking Luffy's pursuit of One Piece and the existence of Skypiea as mere fantasies. Bellamy even engaged in a fight with Luffy and Zoro. Luffy asked Zoro not to retaliate because responding to mockery with violence would be an insult to their dreams. This moment reminded him of Shanks' past encounter with the mountain bandit. Later, Nami led Luffy and Zoro out of the tavern, where they encountered the disguised Blackbeard, Marshal D. Teach. He told Luffy, After parting ways with Blackbeard, it's very odd that both Luffy and Zoro refer to Blackbeard as they. Following the clues, Luffy found a man named Cricket, whose ancestor, Mont Blanc Norland, had discovered the City of Gold on Jaya 400 years ago. It was said to house a gigantic golden bell. However, when Norland's expedition returned, they found only a desolate island. Norland was executed for allegedly deceiving the king and was labeled a big liar. Before his death, Norland insisted that the City of Gold was real. For years, his descendants faced disdain from the public. However, Cricket harbored no resentment and sought to clear his ancestor's name. He came to Jaya and had been searching for the City of Gold underwater. Cricket had indeed found some gold, but it was far from enough. Luffy's determination moved Cricket, who shared valuable information about Skypiea. He decided to help Luffy ride the knock-up stream and reach Skypiea. That night, while Luffy was away, Bellamy and his crew attacked Cricket, stole his gold, and damaged the Going Merry's keel. Luffy was furious, as he could endure insults directed at him but not harm to his friends. He confronted Bellamy to seek justice. In turn, Bellamy launched an assault against Luffy. While Luffy defeated Bellamy, the world government held a high-level meeting, attended by the 5 elders, Fleet Admiral Sengoku, and the 7 warlords of the sea, including Doflamingo, Kuma, and Mihawk. They were preparing to select a new member for the 7 warlords, and unexpectedly, Lafitte arrived and recommended Blackbeard as their leader. The next day, the Going Merry was reinforced and repaired. With the help of Cricket and the knock-up stream, the Straw Hat crew ascended to Skypiea. What they didn't know was that the Blackbeard pirates had initially planned to capture Luffy. They intended to offer him to the government in exchange for a position among the 7 warlords. Thankfully, the knock-up stream saved Luffy and the crew from this danger. Subsequently, on Skypiea, the crew met Gonfall, the Sky Knight, who provided them with a whistle to summon him. They then arrived at the realm of the gods, where they encountered the angel Konis. From her, Luffy learned that the island was now under the control of Enel. In the past, Gonfall was the god of the previous Skypiea, striving to bring peace between the Scypians and Shandians. However, Enel appeared suddenly and defeated Gonfall, seizing his godly position. Since then, Skypiea had been under Enel's dark rule. As the Straw Hat crew were considered illegal invaders and had conflicts with the Sky Island police, they were labeled criminals and were to be sent to the Forbidden Zone to face the judgment of the priests. Under political pressure, Konis revealed the crew's whereabouts, resulting in their separation. Zoro and others were taken to the Forbidden Zone by the Flying Shrimp. Upon learning about this, Luffy didn't blame Konis but felt that the country had its problems. He decided to rescue Zoro. During the process, a divine thunderbolt nearly killed Konis, as Enel had the power to sense everything happening on the island and could unleash powerful thunderbolts as divine punishment. Fortunately, Gonfall arrived in time and saved Konis. Luffy and the two others set out to the Forbidden Zone, Upper Yard. After some time, Zoro's group arrived at the altar of sacrifice. They left Chopper to guard the Going Merry while exploring the forest. On the other hand, Luffy entered the Ordeal of Balls and encountered the priest Satori, who could predict the enemy's movements with his mind network ability. However, Luffy and Sanji defeated Satori through a combined effort. Meanwhile, Chopper encountered the priest Shura, whose strength was formidable. Shura even used fire to severely damage the Going Merry. In panic, Chopper blew the whistle, seeking help from Gonfall and Luffy. However, both Chopper and Gonfall were no match for Shura, and they were saved by a South Bird. Somewhere else on the Sky Island, the Shandians learned that the priests were defeated by invaders. Their leader, Wiper, decided to launch an attack to overthrow Enel and the Scypians' rule. The priests' team engaged in continuous battles with the Shandians. At the same time, Zoro's group accidentally found Cricket's house in Upper Yard. It turned out that a part of Jaya Island had been blasted up to Skypiea and formed the Forbidden Zone, Upper Yard. So, Mont-Blanc Norland had not lied, Jaya's Golden City did exist in the past. Afterward, the entire Straw Hat crew reunited near the Going Merry, which had been significantly damaged. Gonfall also shared Skypiea's history with them. The Shandians were the original inhabitants of Jaya, while the Scypians were the original inhabitants of Skypiea. After Jaya was blasted up to Skypiea, creating the Forbidden Zone, Upper Yard, the two tribes had been in a continuous war over territorial resources. That night, Usopp witnessed the ship Spirit of the Going Merry repairing the ship. The next day, they discovered that the Going Merry had been fully repaired. So, the crew split into two groups, one searching for the City of Gold, and the other, led by Luffy, seeking a way to leave Skypiea. Currently, in Upper Yard, a total of 81 individuals from the Enel, Shandians, and Straw Hat factions have undertaken the God's Trial in the Forbidden Zone. The Shandians engaged in a battle with the priest Shura, while Wiper used the deadly reject dial to defeat him. Zoro faced the Shandia warrior Braham and emerged victorious with his skilled use of the one sword style technique and the formidable 36 Boundall. Meanwhile, Chopper displayed his strength by defeating Gadatsu, the priest of the Swamp Trial, with a cross strike. On another note, Luffy encountered the Sky Lord, a super large snake, and was swallowed by it. The remaining opponents, the Soy Sauce Grunts, were naturally eliminated. Unfortunately, Nami, Sanji, and Usopp had a tough time searching for a way to leave Skypiea. They encountered Enel, a Logia-type user with the powers of the Rumble Rumble fruit. With just one attack, Sanji and Usopp were defeated. Enel then disappeared, leaving defeated Shandians in his wake. At this moment, Chopper encountered Ohm, the priest of the Iron Trial, in the ruins. Ohm, a swordsman, easily defeated Chopper. Subsequently, Zoro, Wiper, Gonfall, and the Sky Lord all arrived at the ruins for a chaotic battle. As a swordsman himself, Zoro dueled with Ohm. Initially hindered by Ohm's long-range assaults, Zoro eventually grasped the essence of the three-sword style, 360 Boundall, turning the tide of battle.
Santoryu, 108 ポンド砲!
On the other side, Robin arrived at the ruins of the Golden City, Shandora, in search of the Poneglyphs. There, she unexpectedly encountered Enel, who revealed his ultimate goal, to send Skypiea crashing down to the Blue Sea and using the floating Arc Maxim, to reach a fantasy world. Enel used his powers to transport the surviving individuals to him and easily defeated Gonfall, Zoro, and Robin. Only Wiper found Enel's weakness and launched a surprise attack with Seastone and a deadly reject dial, delivering a powerful blow to Enel's heart, stopping it momentarily. However, Enel revived himself using his electric powers. At this point, Enel saw Nami as the only remaining opponent. To save herself, Nami pretended to surrender to Enel. Eventually, they all reached the Arc Maxim as it was about to take off. Just then, Luffy finally escaped from the Sky Lord's belly and arrived on the scene. The epic showdown commenced. Enel unleashed a relentless torrent of lightning assaults upon Luffy, yet irrespective of whether the voltage amounted to 60 million or 100 million, Luffy remained impervious to harm.
1億ボルトホーリーいい加減にしろ
Enel attacked Luffy with thunderbolts, but Luffy's rubber body was immune to electricity. However, Enel could predict Luffy's moves using his Kenbunchaku haki. Enel even used electric heat to trap Luffy's arm in gold and kick him off the arc. During the battle, Enel started the Arc Maxim, creating enhanced thunderclouds to destroy Skypiea. The island's inhabitants scattered to avoid the deadly lightning strikes. The Shandians were notified by the Skypians about the situation, and both tribes ceased hostilities in the face of this catastrophic disaster. Meanwhile, Sanji and Usopp woke up on the Going Merry and secretly boarded the Arc Maxim to rescue Nami. Sanji asked Usopp and Nami to leave while he stayed behind to endure endless lightning strikes. Courageously, he spoke out, trembling but fearless.
悪いな。タバコの火欲しかったとこだ。
Finally, under Enel's divine judgment, Sanji lost consciousness. However, earlier, Sanji had damaged the interior structure of the Ark, causing Enel to frantically make repairs. Meanwhile, Usopp secretly returned to the Ark and rescued Sanji. On the other side, Luffy wildly chased after the Ark along a massive vine. At the same time, Enel completed the repairs and unleashed his ultimate move, Reigo, causing tens of thousands of thunderbolts to rain down, turning the entire Skypiea into a scene of bloodshed and chaos. At this moment, Wiper witnessed the sight and recalled the legend told to him by his tribe's chief. The Shandians' mission was to safeguard the Poneglyphs, and they had done so diligently until 400 years ago. On Jaya Island, the Shandians suffered from tree fever, and in their superstition, they sought to perform live sacrifices to dispel the curse. However, an adventurer named Norland arrived and stopped the ritual, helping the Shandians develop an effective cure. Thanks to Norland's treatment, the Shandians were freed from the curse, and their great warrior, Calgera, began to appreciate the value of life and human progress. Calgera and Norland became close friends, and Norland received much gold as a gift. Together, they raised the young Sky Lord. However, tensions arose when Norland cut down trees that were the source of the tree fever to prevent its spread. The superstitious Shandians perceived the trees as symbols of their ancestral spirits, leading them to resent Norland and refuse any explanations. Faced with this, Norland chose to leave all his gold as a gesture of apology and prepared to return to his kingdom. It turned out that Norland only felled the trees to help the Shandians. Meanwhile, Calgera learned the truth from his daughter. He realized the misunderstanding, hurriedly ran to the seashore. However, there was only a pile of gold at the scene, and Norland was already sailing far away on his ship. Just then, Calgera rang the golden bell symbolizing the lighthouse and called out to Norland in remorse from afar.
Norland! また来い！嵐の中でもこの島を見失わないように鐘を鳴らして君を待つ。またいつの日か必ず会おう。親友よ。戻るとも必ず戻る。またいつか必ず会おう。
Afterwards, a portion of Jaya Island was carried up to Skypiea by the sea current, and the golden bell landed atop a massive vine. Calgera wanted to ring the golden bell again, to let Norland know his whereabouts, but this cherished promise between the two close friends remained unfulfilled. Ultimately, Norland was executed by the king for failing to find the city of gold, and the Scypians invaded Shandora, driving the Shandians from their homeland, leading to a long-standing conflict. Now, Wiper decided to aid the Straw Hat crew in their battle against Enel. With everyone's assistance, Luffy steadily climbed upward along the vine. He was resolute in ringing the golden bell and proving the existence of the city of gold to the world. After enduring numerous challenges, Luffy finally caught up with the Ark and confronted Enel's massive thunder wave. Fearlessly, he swung the golden ball to disrupt the electrical flow and destroy the thunder wave. Enraged by the failure of his plan, Enel transformed into a lightning deity and attacked Luffy. In response, Luffy unleashed his ultimate technique, the Gomu Gomu no Golden Rifle, utilizing the golden ball.
Gomu Gomu no Hogon Rifle!
Finally, the resounding bells confirmed the existence of the Golden City, and Luffy completely defeated Enel, saving Skypiea. At the sound of the bells, Cricket was moved to tears. The Shandians and Skypians also shook hands and reconciled, putting an end to their hostilities. After the celebration, Robin discovered the poneglyphs and ancient writings left by Roger. She realized that to uncover the truth of the past, she needed to find all the historical texts and reach the end of the Grand Line, Laugh Tale. It encompassed a period of 100 years that had disappeared from records, ranging from the years 620 to 720 in the Sea Globe calendar. Finally, amid the heartfelt farewells of the Sky Island's inhabitants, the Straw Hat crew returned from Skypiea to the Blue Sea, embarking on their new adventure. Meanwhile, Enel did not perish. He piloted the Ark, heading towards his dreamland, which surprisingly turned out to be the infinite land of the moon. With this chapter concluded, the Straw Hat crew welcomed a new member, Robin, and Luffy triumphed over his nearly invincible opponent, Enel. Notably, other prominent characters such as Blackbeard, Doflamingo, Bellamy, and high-ranking government officials made their appearances. The historical texts and the mystery of the missing century, along with the clues about One Piece, started to intertwine, leading to the establishment of a dual narrative structure in One Piece. On one side was Luffy's adventure, and on the other, the quest to uncover the truth of the past. The Skypiea arc's butterfly effect brought about the repair of the Going Merry and Ace's capture, among other thrilling developments, elevating One Piece to the pinnacle of action-packed manga. Additionally, the Skypiea arc effectively merged the themes of searching for One Piece, becoming the Pirate King, revealing the missing century, uncovering the ancient weapon's whereabouts, and saving oppressed people. These major themes were cleverly woven together. The Skypiea arc played a crucial role in bridging the previous and upcoming arcs, and the subsequent plot promises to be even more exciting. This marks the end of our story for now. We'll delve into more thrilling adventures in the next installment. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.